Good morning, friends. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and I am back with another art before breakfast. And we're going to do something fun today. I've got all these earring bases, and we're going to alcohol ink them. Hang on a second. I am trying to get. There it is. All right. Do we have anybody here yet? No, not yet. So while I'm waiting, one of the things that I wanted to do was put some. Hang on, let me get a paintbrush. I want to put some gesso on some of these and let it start drying before. I had done this before and it really turned out nice because it gave a nice white base. And so the colors really, really stood out. And so I want to try it again with some of these anyway. The other thing I thought I might try just to experiment is that one didn't get drilled. I want to try putting this gesso down first and then maybe trying some of the distress glazes to see what we get with that. Looks like I've got a couple of people in here. Let's do about 6 pair with the gesso. Might need to put a second layer on those. All right, let's see. Here we go. 1, 2. This is a third layer. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had made a pair of purple ones of these, and I think I showed you all where the alcohol ink was still wet on the gesso, and I stuck my finger in it, and I left a fingerprint, and it looked so cool that I went back and put more in both of the earrings. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do 4 pair like this. Well, hi there, Jens. I saw you commented on some of the videos. Good for you. We do that drawing, by the way, this month. It'll be on November 1st. So, one of the things you may or may not know, if you haven't been watching my channel a lot, is that I am also a metalsmith. I make metal jewelry and home decor items. And let me set those aside to dry. So today I'm going to work on a little bit of jewelry. We're going to do some experimenting though, so some of this may apply, you know, to other things as well. I brought out way too much gesso. Let me see if I can put some of this back in the jar. How are you doing today, Jens? Let's put some of this back in here. I hate to waste. And that was way more than I needed. I may need to put a second coat on those, but I don't need that much. Watching from the balcony. Oh, how fun, Big Mama. Did you meet? I can't remember from day to day who's here. Hey, Cheryl. I'm back. Yes, I bumped my mouse. Jen's, that is Jen's Big Mama, Jens. So yeah, Jen's, I have this side button on my mouse, and if I hit it by mistake, it dumps me out of StreamYard. And so I usually put my mouse over on another table so I don't accidentally bump it, but I forgot to do it this morning. So, hey, Donna. All right. All right, so those have some gesso drying. So we're going to play with alcohol inks today. And I'm going to put these in pairs. I've done this before. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but I have done this before. And I cut these a little bit smaller because then I had one that didn't get drilled. Where is it? I had one that didn't get drilled. It was that one. So I won't have equal pairs, but it'll be close enough. We'll have one left over. All right, so I stayed up until after 11 last night preparing these little pieces, and I cut them a little bit shorter because I think they were too long. And oh, hi, I'm playing with alcohol inks today. I'm gonna make some earrings, and I'm gonna do a couple of things. There's the white. I like to use the white. I have to shake it up really good. All right. Oh, Oh, let me show you guys something. So I got my new corners, and by the way, here's a little tidbit. You know the little metal corners that you put on book pages? There are actually two sizes of them, in case you didn't know. The inside diameter, the height of the corner, is either 2 millimeters or 4 millimeters. And I had originally ordered the 2 millimeters, and they were too small to fit over these corners. So I ordered some that were 4 millimeter, and they fit perfectly. So just be aware of that. If you've got thicker, like if you're putting them on a journal cover and you've actually got a hardcover book and you want to put it on there, if it's a thicker, book board, you need to get the 4 millimeter. But look what I did. I added, the correct, and then I added these silver pieces. This came from the stuff that my dear friend Cheryl sent me. But look at that bag. That just finishes it off, doesn't it? Look at that. I love it. And then on this one, I just thought it was a little too plain because there's so much here. So I took some of the gold book corners and put on it. And I think that just really gives it a nice finishing touch. So those are a couple things that I did yesterday. Now I'm going to get out my alcohol inks. And the blues and purples are always the most popular, colors. So I'm going to start with, let's see what blues I have. There's denim and aquamarine. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Baja blue. Stonewashed. Indigo blue. That's a real dark blue. Put that on as some accents. Sailboat blue. I've got all kinds of blues here. Turquoise. That one could be fun. Okay, so there's all my blues. Let's pick a couple of colors. Let's do some aquamarine. And normally I use one of those little stamper things, but of course it's packed away in a box that I set aside for my reorganizing effort. And I just haven't gotten it out yet. So it's okay though. I can do it like this. Ooh, outside and watching. That sounds like fun. Let's put these two colors on to begin with, and we'll start over here. Remember, this is going to take several layers. Let those dry, because with alcohol inks, you get the cells as you build the Oh, fun, Big Mama. Jens, I've been to Munich on business many years ago. And while I was there, I took a trip over to Austria and had a nice visit in Salzburg. Can you guys see that, or do I need to take it down a little farther? Do I need to get a little closer? So I'm going to put all this color on here, and then I'm going to put some white on it. Munich is the other side of Germany. Ah. Okay, I don't anticipate, I don't work that corporate job anymore, so I don't anticipate going back to Germany, but it was wonderful. I had a lot of fun when I was there. And Salzburg in Austria was gorgeous too. And Munich with the big clock that plays and all the little dolls that come out and dance. You guys, this clock in Munich, if you look it up on the internet, just look up Munich clock and you'll see it is probably about 3 stories high, this building, and up in the top, oh, what do they call that clock? What do they call the clock, Jens? I'm drawing a blank. What do you call the big? Ah, your husband was there, Lori B. Yeah, for some reason, my dad did not want to go to. Yeah, there's a name for it, and now I can't remember. I can't remember the name of it, but okay, so I'm just mixing colors to the point where I get like this kind of a pattern on it. I'm going to dry those up real quick. Hey Donna, you're our moderator in here right now. You want to look up Munich clock and see what they call it, because there's a name for it and I don't remember it. It's been many, many years since I was there, but it's so cool because it's in this little square with all these little shops around. And when that thing starts playing, it's just so like magical. Oh yeah. Well, Europe is so easy to access when you're anywhere in Europe. It's all a train ride and you're there. All right, you guys, what do you think about that first pair of earrings? You like those blue ones? What do you guys think? I like them. And I think the customers will like them. Let's see, where can I put them to dry? I have no space. I have no space. Here's a little box that is a Sizzix die. I'm going to set them on this. All right. Next, glockenspiel. That's what it is. That's what it is. Did you see pictures of it, Donna? That thing is huge and it's just so, it plays music and all these little dolls, the doors open up and they come out and, dance around, and it's just magical. Okay, I'm going to do something a little different this time. I'm going to put down the white first. And that's kind of what I did with the ones that have the gesso. This white is a little more opaque. And I'm going to put that down first. This is white alcohol ink, though. And then, yeah, I sold a ton of these at my last show, and I'm almost out of them. People loved them. I think because they're so colorful, and most people don't know. I'm going to go back to this aquamarine. Most people don't know what alcohol ink is. Oh, yeah. I like that lighter color. So, Jens, I do art shows with my jewelry and other, paper stuff, and, I take journals and I do these art shows, and I have one coming up. I have to leave on Thursday morning and go do setup, and then the show is actually Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I will be at a show, and I will not be doing my morning lives because obviously I'll be out of town. But one day, probably Friday, I will go live, and I will go live and do a stream of my booth. Everybody's already seen my booth, but I still say hello and show you guys the festival. Let's put another shade of blue in there. Blue and purple are the most popular colors, so I'll probably do a bit of those. But my goal this morning, whether we do it all on live or I finish up afterwards, I will be doing up all of these earrings. I think I have 15 pair here. And this white just gives, I just love it. It gives a little bit of extra shade to them. So there's the next pair. A little bit different than the first one. The first one was a little bit darker. Oh, they're really close, actually. I love that aquamarine color. But there's the second pair. And then I have, this is just alcohol that I'm putting down because these are alcohol inks. It's activated by alcohol. So that's what we use to clean it up. Let's do one. I have this coral color. Oh, I have salmon too. It's watermelon. There's coral. So I have this coral color, and I'm wondering, what if I do a coral color and blue? So let's take stonewashed and put on here. And then and look, this is what happens to my hands. I really should be wearing gloves to do this. But I like to be able to feel things, and I just will have to wash my hands with alcohol is all. I'll have to. Okay. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Now, as you know, it takes a couple of layers to get the pattern. The first time you put it down, you know, the cells really aren't that big, and then the more you work with it, the more the cells develop. I'm gonna put just some coral, and I think I want a brighter blue on here. I think stonewashed is kind of dark. It's like almost like the denim. So I think I'm gonna put this one aside because I've kind of used that one up. Well, maybe I'm gonna go back to this aquamarine because I really love it. Okay, see how that's building up the cells now, and you can kind of see some of that coral color coming through. I'll put a little more on once I get these dried. Crafter's hack idea, what's that? What's your crafter's hack idea? Ooh, I kind of really like that. But the alcohol wipes in the pharmacy. Oh, I know. I actually bought some from Amazon and I've used them all up. But yes, yes, I absolutely do need to get more of those. Because they are great. I do have some in my travel kit for my shows because sometimes before I can stop them, customers will try on a pair of earrings and they really shouldn't because it's not sanitary. So if I have alcohol wipes, then I can clean the earrings. So I do carry them in my travel kit. Oops, we have a little spot down here at the bottom with no alcohol ink. Let's fix that. I don't know if I like this pair or not. But I'm going to keep it because, you know, somebody may see it and just absolutely love it. All right, let me show you guys these. Yeah, I do need to get more of those. I used them up because they were so cool. All right, can you guys see these? What do you think about those? That's got salmon, or not salmon, but coral and blue. What do you guys think about that color? And then, of course, the white. The white is my go-to. You try them, you buy them. Yeah. Not a whole lot of people do that because I think most people realize that you shouldn't. All right, let's do a pair of these with the gesso. I know some people, and I have some people that will ask me. And if they ask me, I'll say, well, can you hold them up to your ear? Would that be good? And I always have a mirror in my booth. And they'll say, oh yeah, that'll work. And they'll hold it up. But if they really want to try them, I'll usually, you know, tell them to go ahead. You like that one, Cheryl? Cheryl? Yeah, they're different, but they're very and they don't have the same amount of cell structure in each one. So I'm gonna go back in and put a little bit more of the white to give it a little more cell structure. I mean, they don't have to be identical, but I like to get them similar in like the size of the pattern. There we go, that's better. This one didn't have the... Anyway, those are my coral and blue. Let's do a purple pair. I don't know what I did with my coral top. Maybe this is it over here. It doesn't really matter. Eclectic? Yeah. Okay, let's see what I have. So these are all my blues. This is my coral, and then put it back in here. I'll do another one and then I'll let you guys kind of pick some color combinations. So I've got Purple Twilight. I've got Wild Plum. I've got Passion Purple. And I've got Boysenberry. And I thought I had Eggplant. Maybe I used it all up. Yeah, that's not it. Let me look over here in this other box and see if it's over here. I gotta keep all the colors together. Oh, I don't see eggplant. I wonder what happened to my eggplant. Let's stream. All right, well, I've got these. Let's do Purple Twilight. Yeah, this is in my kind of my casual line of earrings. And so I try to keep them kind of, I don't want to say toned down, but ooh, that boysenberry is really dark. Really dark. We're gonna have to put some white on top of that. That boysenberry is really, really dark. All right, let's do some white. So I try to keep these. I don't put sterling silver ear wires on these. I use hypoallergenics so that I can keep the cost down. So I have kind of a casual line, and then I have a more upscale where I'd use like my gemstones and sterling silver and In fact, I had a pair of earrings at my last show. You know, I sell stuff that I would never buy if it were me. Isn't that funny? I had a pair of earrings that were all sterling and gemstones. They were $62. And I thought, boy, it'd be a cold day in hell before I spent $60 on a pair of earrings. But they sold. They sold. And she didn't blink at the cost. And she was buying them for a gift. They weren't even for her. So you just never know what people will spend money on. You just don't know. But I try to carry, like I said, some that are the more casual line and then some that are, you know, a little more dressy or upscale. These aren't giving me a lot of cells, but they are purple. Well, they are pretty. There's purple. What do you guys think? Let me heat them really good. Let me heat set them and then put the white on again. I'm going to have to order some more white. I'm getting low on it. Okay, those are nice and set. Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. More pattern. You see that? Those are pretty. Those are really pretty. Look at that purple. Okay, that's purple. Let's do another purple. All right, you guys tell me. I've got greens. I've got oh, I had a turquoise over here too. I've got yellow, I've got orange, and I've got many shades of browns. I do want to do one neutral. You guys tell me. Somebody, whoever speaks up first, gets to pick some colors for this next one. Hi, Kelly. We're making alcohol ink earrings. Oh, I do like that coral and blue one now that it's done. These are the earring dangles that we've made so far. Green, okay. Cheryl wants a green. So let's pick out, I made some really pretty green ones last time I did this. So there's all the blues. There's the purples. Oops. And there's all the purples. Okay, so greens. I have a citrus green. That's real limey flavored. I have a willow. I haven't really used that one. That one's new. I have a clover. I don't know about that one. I have oregano. Oh, did you? Well, we'll do another red and green next. How's that? I have meadow. I have lettuce that's similar to the citrus, but not. I have bottle. This is more like a greenish teal color. I have rainforest green. This one's really dark. I don't know if I want to use that one. and pesto. All right. Cheryl, did you hear some colors that yeah, we're only at 40 minutes, so I'm going to go to an hour. No, we'll do a red and green next. I actually have a really nice combination with that. I pick. Okay, well, let's try the willow since I've not used this one before, or at least I don't remember using it. It's pretty full. How about if we do a willow, and my other favorite color is pesto. Sometimes I use 3 colors, but definitely 2. Okay, doesn't look like much on first pass, and it won't. May need to put a darker color in there. But willow and pesto are my 2 favorite colors. Let's pick a third one. Let's do some meadow. And when I'm done here, I can go, oh yeah, that added a little darker. I can go spray these and seal them. You do have to seal alcohol inks because if anything alcohol, like hairspray, comes in contact with them, it will cause the inks to run. There we go. Okay, let's... I think the heat just kind of sets it because it dries pretty quickly. The alcohol evaporates and the inks dry pretty quickly, but I think it kind of sets it so they form better cells, I find, if I heat dry between. All right, next layer. We're getting there. It'll take a few layers for this. I probably should have done this on a white base, but in fact, I may move to the point where I do them all on a white base if I do these again, because the ink stands out better. And I just put some gesso down. I don't use, because alcohol inks are not cheap for as little as those bottles are. And so I don't typically use the white alcohol ink on the base, but gesso works just fine. All right, there we go. Now we're getting some good green color in there with the white on it, and then I'll put more green on the top. So here's where we are so far. We've got this green. Can you see that, Cheryl? But I can still see some copper peeking through, so we definitely need more on these. Let's go back to the green. Well, let's dry it. Okay. Let's see, what did we have? Some pesto. And the willow. Ooh, got a lot of that. And the meadow. I like this one, not so sure about this one. But that's the nice thing with alcohol inks is you just keep putting on more layers until you get what you like. And you can always get something you like. I need more white on there. I need more light. I probably haven't put my own thumbs up in there. So tell me how you guys have played with alcohol inks. Anybody done anything special with alcohol inks? This one, for some reason, is not behaving right. Not a lot. Yep, my thumb is up. I just put it up. All right. Yeah, I wish I could capture this for something, because that is just really cool on there on the tile. It wouldn't look that cool on paper because alcohol ink just soaks into paper. It doesn't give you the cells. So if I had paper under there, it wouldn't. There we go. Now I'm getting something I like. Okay, what do you think, Miss Cheryl? How are those for green? How are those for some nice green earrings? I still have some copper showing through on this one though, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's not covering up all the way. Let me go back over. Okay, those are pretty close. Those are pretty close. Very camo-ish. Well, we can make them more just green and not so camo. I just like the white in there to give it the contrast. The green ones were very popular at the last show. Green's a color that a lot of people like. All right, I'm going to stop here before I make a real mess. All right, anyway, What do you think, Cheryl? You like those greens? And I keep playing with them. You like, okay. I'm going to set those aside to dry. All right, and Donna wanted a red and green. I have a combination that I have done before. That is, I'm trying to find a place to set this down where these won't slide all over the place. Right there. Let's do it on this one. And I use a pesto. Hang on, what did I do with I had a whole packet of those felts that I just opened. Where did I put them, you guys? Where did I put them? I just opened them right when we came on, and I set a bunch here. And then, there they are, right behind my iPad. All right, so let's do some pesto and some crimson. We'll leave it at just that. I usually put like a latte or a caramel or some other little color in with this, but let's try just this and see, because they come out so pretty. And I usually use red currant, not crimson, but crimson is a new color that I have, so I thought I would try it. And again, they're not going to look like much right in the beginning. And I think what I may need to do, because this pesto is pretty dark, although these are coming out really pretty, I really like them. I like the colors. Oh, you guys, I made some rings yesterday and they came out really nice. And I left them upstairs. I didn't bring them down to show you guys. I'll show you guys tomorrow. All right, so there's that. Let's put some, not willow. Let's put some meadow in there because I think the meadow will be a brighter green. But it's mixing with the red, so and that's going to be the case. Now, if you do a color combination and it doesn't work out, you just take some alcohol and wipe the whole thing off and start over again. Now let's put some caramel on there. Let's put some caramel. All right, you can't see the green a lot because it has blended with the red, and that's normal. I mean, the alcohol ink colors blend together. So you're not going to see, unless I put like a little bit of lettuce on here maybe. Let's try a little bit of lettuce. Yeah, it's just it all blends together. Now what I can do, so I've got these little black lines in there, and that's where the ink kind of pulls up when you put a lot of it on, and it'll form these little black like veins. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. All right, let's put some white on there, and then I can try some green over the top of that to see if we get more of the green. All right, there's the white. All right. There's the white. Now, let's dry that. And there we go. Now we can see some of that green because it's over the top of the white. There you can see a little bit of green coming through. I'm not sure how well I like these though. That one's okay. This one's having a hard time. That's better. So I got a little fuzzy thing on there. And then what I do is I antique the back of them. Yeah, it just kind of turned into a muddy mess. I don't know about those. I would have to go over the top and put a little more red in them. So when you have colors that make mud, when you mix them, that's what's going to happen with the alcohol inks. Because they do blend together. But hey, it's worth trying, right? We can always try. And sometimes you can salvage by putting a little more of another color on. Huh, that's not too bad now with that extra red on there. Stop that. All right, you guys tell me, yay or nay. I'm not sold. Like, would you buy those? I personally would not, but then I don't know. What do you guys think? I think the colors have mixed too much to make mud. Yeah, with just the crimson. Yep. Yeah, I don't know that anybody would buy those. I'm gonna set those aside. I may clean those off. All right. So I saw somebody else said orange. Let me lay my hands up just a little bit here. I like the layering. Yeah. I just don't know. You know, maybe I'll keep them and put them out for sale, and if they don't sell, I can always bring them back and redo them. Oh, look at this goodness down here. This is awesome. All those alcohol ink colors. Okay, who said orange? I'm going to do a white pair. Who said orange? I do. I do, but I really don't want to go there right now because I've got to get these earrings done. Like, I'm doing this for my show. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I do have orange. My orange ran out. Well, it leaked out actually, and I haven't replaced it yet. So here's all like my yellows. My orange would be over here. I'm out of orange. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I do have this terracotta. But I could, oh, blot up the ink. It's dry now. I'd have to, I don't know what would happen to it if I sprayed alcohol on it. I don't know. I don't know what would happen. Okay, there's some terracotta. That's a pretty cool color. Kind of orangey, Kelly. So let's just see what we get if we just layer up the terracotta. And then I've got some browns that we could put on it too. Or like that coral or salmon. Sometimes I have done on occasion just one color and then put the white over it to get the cells. Yeah, this is all dry right now. I don't know. I'd have to spray some. I'd have to spray some alcohol on it to reactivate it. Maybe I'll try that once we're done here. Okay, so I've got these terracotta. And they're forming some nice cells. You guys tell me, should we just put white on that and see what happens? Or do you want another color with it? I could put like the coral on there. Yeah, I have to get orange because I use it all. I use orange and pink a lot. All right, should we keep just doing this or put white on it? I think we should put some white on it. Is everybody bored to tears watching this? You know what I want to try next? I want to try taking some of those gessoed pieces, or at least one, and putting some of the distress glazes on. Look at those. Do you like those? What do you guys think of those? What do you think of those? Orange and black? I'm not sure. I don't have orange. This is terracotta. So my dilemma with this stuff is always, right side needs more white. Yeah, I agree. I always have to keep in mind, I mean, it's fun to play and experiment, and when I'm doing stuff for just us, that's fine. But when I'm making stuff for my customers, I have to stay a little more mainstream. There we go. Now this one needs a little more white, like up here. Go away. So this one's just terracotta with white. That's pretty cool. All right. So there are those. I do need to make another purple too. But before I do that, let's take this and a glue stick. And I'm just randomly putting this glue stick on here. Now what, let me get my, so here are the colors I have. Yeah, it does have a fallish. All right, here are my colors, you guys. I have a lot of browns. Let's not do a brown. I've got broken china. I've got tattered rose, peeled paint, fossilized amber, antique linen, weathered wood, vintage photo. It's a real dark one. And fired brick. So I'm going to reach out to Cheryl on this one. Cheryl, you've played with these before. Which one or ones do you think would work best with this? I'm thinking maybe a couple of colors. Like maybe broken china and antique linen. Kind of a beige and blue. What do you think about that, Cheryl? Are you still with us? I know you've really been having problems with the headaches, so she might not be here anymore. What do you guys think about, I'll put the broken china on first. Okay. Am I supposed to leave this thing in the cap? Is that what that's supposed to do? All right, let's see. None of it stuck. None of it stuck. So I didn't get the ink down very well. There we go. All right, there's some broken china on that one. And there's some broken china on that one. So let's heat them up and see what happens. Now, I've got both gesso and glue on there, so I'm anticipating they're going to bubble up a bit. Just a minute, I gotta dump this back in before I make a mess, which would not be out of the question for me. Oh, we're after an hour. We'll do this and then we'll call it, and I'll just finish up the rest. Unless you guys want to stay on. All right, so there's some blue. Oh, did you guys see that Etsy's got a $10 off thing going? Where if you spend $40 in any Etsy shop, there's a code and you can get $10 off your order. I don't know if you guys saw that. You have to spend 40, but then you're only spending 30. And I guess if people have their Etsy shops on sale, it would be even better. You'll get more for your money. Ooh, this is taking forever to melt. I think I need my super duper heat gun. However, it's going to make that metal really, really hot. I won't be able to touch it right away. But it'll melt this stuff pretty quick. There it goes. It's melting, giving us some texture. All right, so that's got to sit for a little bit. So that's how the first layer came out. Oh, it's still sticky too. All right, let's now put on some, lots to do today. Okay, well, this is going to be my last piece that I'm doing online. All right, let's put some antique linen on top of that. This reminds me of enameling. Okay, I think what I found with the other one is that I had to more like press it down in there. And that worked better. It almost has too much on it. All right, let's that down there. All right. Oh, hi, Penny. I've been making alcohol ink earrings, and now I am playing with the distress glazes, and I'm putting a couple colors onto some copper so we can see how it comes out. It's not picking up like I want it to. All right. So Penny, did you see that Etsy's having a sale thing where if you spend $40 in a shop, they give you a code for $10 off? And Etsy's absorbing the $10. It doesn't come out of the seller's money. Okay. This is not sticking as well with the glue stick this time. It's right now. It's today. I just got another notice. Okay. Let's try that, and let's make sure that we've got enough of this on here. And my hands are all filthy dirty because I have been playing in alcohol inks this morning. And I will continue to play once we finish up here. All right, let me do this one. Uh-oh, my crimson alcohol ink tipped over and it's getting everything crimson. All right, we'll do those two. Yeah, it might be. I think that's also packed away in one of my boxes to be sorted once I get my room all sorted out. You guys see this? Look at all the crimson back there. It fell over and I didn't have the lid on it. All right, let's try this and see what it does. And then we'll call it a day because we're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. Woo! That's really bubbling up. I don't know what that is up there on that corner. Maybe that's some of the crimson. I don't know. But I got a bubble right here. All right, I'm not sure about this. I might play with it a little bit more and see if I can get more on there, but that's the gist of it. There is some, I like that with the darker in there. Yes, that is red. That is the crimson alcohol ink got in there. I may put a little more of that on. So I'll play with this a little bit. Geez, now I have to look at Etsy, but really need to get ready for tomorrow. Well, take a look at Etsy and see what it's got for you. Ooh, look at this alcohol ink on here. Oh, you guys, wait a minute before we go. This may be a really great happy accident. I think I put too much on this one, but I can go back and put some more embossing glaze. Look at that. Look at this one on the right, this one right here. Look at how pretty that is. Alcohol ink on top of the embossing glazes. Oh, you know what I could do? I could just put, that's broken china. Tim Holtz's broken china color. I can just take a little bit of this. Nope, that didn't work. Let me take it all off. And then I can put it back on because let's take it all off because that embossing glaze is going to stay there. Okay. I may have to do the broken china again because it's still a little bit sticky. So I may have to remelt some glaze on there, but look at this one. Can you guys see this one? I love that with the embossing glaze and then a little bit of alcohol ink over the top. What do you think, Cheryl? All right, you guys, I got to finish up these earrings because I got a million things to do today. But I'm going to play a little bit here. And then I'm going to get to work. Finishing up. So we are well over an hour. I'm going to say thanks for joining me. This was fun. Trying some new things. I really like this, but I got to redo this one. Love it. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Love you all. Thumbs up if you haven't. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, hey, Vanessa. We're just closing it down. You'll have to watch the rerun. Bye, everybody.